let's go through lesson 1.3. Lesson 1.3 is on evaluating expressions. Okay? And evaluating, this word evaluating means to find the value. So we're going to find the value of an expression when you're given what the value of the letter is, or what the value of the variable is. So this is an example of an expression, n divided by 12. We practice writing these expressions out in this form. And now, once you have it written, what if you know what n equals? If you know what n equals, or you're given some values for n, then you can find an answer. Or you can evaluate it. So you could, if n equals 60 and 72 and 108, then you can find the value of this expression. So you do 60 divided by 12 is 5. 72 divided by 12 is 6. 108 divided by 12 is 9. And so we can evaluate that expression. Okay? So here's what you're doing. Putting the number in place of the variable to find the answer. That's what evaluating is. The first example in your book gives you this. A little bit more complicated expression, but not too difficult. We just talked about the order of operations. So if we insert the 9 in place of the y, then 4, 9, 1, 5. What am I missing? The dot. Or what we're going to do when you're evaluating is put it in parentheses. Okay? You're going to put the number in parentheses when you're evaluating. Now, for multiplication, it makes sense to do that. But when you're adding and subtracting, it's also going to be important to put the number in parentheses. So, always put the number, and that's what this says. The n is kind of messed up here. There we go. So, you'll always want to put the number in parentheses when you substitute it. Now we know what to do with the 9. And you can evaluate this. 4 times 9 is 36. 36 minus 15 is 21. Okay? Any questions on evaluating one like this? Always put it in parentheses. Okay? Let's do example 2 in your book. On page 14, example 2. No, in your notes. 3ab plus c over 2. Okay? And then they give you that a equals 2, b equals 5, and c equals 10. So what you'll need to do for your homework is substitute these in. Put 2 in place of A, 5 in place of B, and 10 in place of C. And then solve it. Okay.
So over a fraction like that, you don't want us to put it in parentheses?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you should put it in parentheses. Yep. So this would be 6 times 5 plus 5, and then 30 plus 5, and then 35. So we're using the order of operations, which we worked on today, on yesterday's lesson, and then finding the value. Okay? What if we are, let's see. What if we have to write an expression? Turn the page to page 16. And we're going to do a number 15 together. Here's a real-world example of writing an expression. It says an office assistant types 55 words per minute. Write a variable expression for the number of words the office assistant types in m minutes. Whenever you're writing expressions, you're going to have to define a variable. So they give us m to use for that letter. What does m equal? What does m mean in this? This is the first step you're going to have to do. This is be in your notes, okay? Katie?
It means minutes, but it equals 55.
Yeah. Now, it means minutes, and 1 minute equals 55 words, right? So we could write that down as well. 1 minute, in 1 minute, the person can type 55 words. Okay? Now, what we want to do is take this information and write an expression for how many words they could type in m minutes. So we did this a lot in the previous 2 lessons ago, where you recognize a pattern using a chart. 1 equals 55 words, so 2 would equal how many? How many words could they type in 2 minutes?
110.
Raise your hand. Devlin, is that what you were going to say?
Yep, 110.
110. You see the pattern here? What would you do to find the number of words then? In m minutes. Danny. Right. 55 times m. And that's what you would write for your expression. 55m. And then it says to evaluate it for 20 minutes. So when m equals 20, how many words would you get? So this is part A of the question. Part B says evaluate it for 20 minutes. M equals 20. So you would write that out. 55 minus 20 equals, Andrew?
11,000.
What?
And 1,000.
1,100.
Yeah. Smart.
1,100 what? We'd have to label this.
Minutes.
It's not minutes because they give us minutes. M is minutes. This is words. So your answer has to include a label. Okay? Your assignment is on page 16. And I want you to do the evens. Let's see. I want you to do 4 through 28 evens. 4 through 28 evens. Okay?